Isaiah 29, verse 6 in the Living Bible. In an instant, I, the Lord of hosts, will come upon them with thunder, earthquake, whirlwind, and fire. First and foremost, I want to give out honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Hakadash, double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, who rule well and teach well. Shalom to those like men that scattered abroad, pushing his truth with all sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth, and also shalom to you very few sincere sisters. Right, and the brother I'm come to the quick video, Lord, when it's edifying. Right, hey, here we go. You know, another big sign. Right, the Lord Yahweh Shai is letting it be known. Hey, he's visiting the earth, which he made. Right, I want to get this word for instant. Right, it says in an instant. Right, and that instant is a heavy word we always like to go into. Instant, suddenly. Right, so it says instant, happening or coming immediately, urgent, right? Immediate, pre-prepared. So I brought that word up because an earthquake just happened in Afghanistan, right? Think about it, 6.0, yep, 6.0. It says at least, here's a Newsbreak article. It says, disaster, at least 800 dead, which we already know those numbers gonna keep rising. You know, I'm pretty sure another article didn't came out since those 11 hours ago, with it being over 1,200 already. And the injured is going to keep rising. Right? It's at least 800 dead, 2,500 injured, and entire villages wiped out as perfect storm earthquake rocks Afghanistan. See? Yahweh Shai is visiting this place, man. Right, and this is another tool. This is a measuring stick in the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 9. He said, measure the time, right? This is what we're measuring the time with. This is how we know time is near. You know, you got uproars of the people, right? You have troops pretty much in all the states, right? This thing is about to collapse real soon, Akwaf. Even though it's already happening in Afghanistan, right? This is still prophecy. This is supposed to happen. These going to be the things that's going to happen in these end times. And speaking of that, matter of fact, let's just go ahead and get that in the book of Matthew 24. And I'm going to hit this in the book of 2nd Ezra chapter 9, and that'll be the lesson, right? And I'm going to start from verse 3. This is the book of Matthew 24, verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? And Yahweh answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. Right? So, hey, pretty much the disciples asking, you know, when is going to be the end? Right? So the Lord didn't tell them a specific thing, but he gave them signs. Right, in the NLT it says, what sign will you signal your return and the end of the world? Right, so let's keep reading in verse 4. And Yahweh answered and said, matter of fact, hey, what it says in the NLT, Yahweh told them, don't let anyone mislead you, right? Because what he's about to drop, what he's about to drop, you got to pay attention, right? For many will come in my name, claiming I am the Messiah. They will deceive many. Right, when we go down to verse 24, it talks about, if it were possible, they could deceive the very elect. Right, if it were possible. Right, because the elect is going to stay on point to what the Lord gave out. It says, and you will hear wars and threats of wars, but don't panic. Yes, these things must take place, but the end won't follow immediately. Right, we know more things have to squeeze in between time. You know, such as Jacob's trouble, martial law, famine of food, famine to hear the word of the Lord. Right? Nation will go against nation. Nation will go to war against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. There will be famines and earthquakes in many parts of the world, right? And that's what it is. The main part. But all this is only the first of the birth pains, with more to come. See? And hey, that birth pains, right? You gotta think of when you think about a woman going to labor. This only 1 centimeter. She only dilating at one. You know, it's gonna crank up pretty fast, but this is the beginning, right? So he gave us signs that you're gonna see, right? And look, this is a 6.0 earthquake, man, right? It says a 6.0 quake, the strongest, struck the Jalalabad area at around midnight local time, with tremors felt as far as Pakistan's capital, Islamabad, nearly 200 miles away. That's crazy. It's like a phone call that came through. But yeah, it says nearly 200 miles away. No, 200 miles that's like downtown Atlanta, all the way to Augusta, easily. You know what I'm saying? And they felt it. Man, the Lord is not playing, man. You know, and that's probably it on this. These are some of the pictures. The Lord said he coming with this, man. All right, the Lord said he coming with this. Well, he said he coming with tempests. He come with earthquakes, right? He said it's gonna be earthquakes in diverse places, right? Many places of the earth. All right, look at some more of this. Earthquake disaster. Hundreds have been killed by a devastating series of earthquakes in eastern Afghanistan. Lord, ain't bullshit, and people thinking that we not in the last days, man. You know, they're not paying attention. Right? Let's get that 2 Ezra chapter 9, and I'm gonna close out. This 2 Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. Right? When you measuring, you looking at it real close. That's what we're doing. We seeing heavy signs, man. You know, we seeing scoffers or unbelievers, you know, coming back up to the camps, saying y'all were right. You know, you seeing here, you know, a lot of videos been going out with visions. You know, you have visions with pretty much of the ministry being wrapped up. You know, we use these things and we give close call. We measure with those things, man. Or those are prophecies, you know, the Joel, the 2nd chapter. You know, it says, and when thou seest part the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it's the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. That's what the Lord is doing right now. He fucking Afghanistan up. Excuse me. Tearing them folks up, man. This is what we measure by. This is what increases our faith, man. This is what gives us that boost to keep going. This is how, you know, this is what paints the finish line. You know, this was what painted out even better for us, man, when we see these things that come across our feed. You know, because this is what we've been watching for. You know, this is what we've been watching for. It's verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, which we're seeing now, you know, and real quick, I was, you know, one of the bros in the camp, you know, the brother Shalimar had pretty much just seen that, you know, uproars, which we all, I mean, uproars up front, you know, as in, you know, out and about and seeing uproars, but also uproars within the people as well, you know, out in different states, right? We know in Atlanta it's going to be hell too, you know, these troops that's going to cause an uproar. You know, we're seeing that we in a time of Satan divided against Satan, a kingdom against itself shall not stand. So we're seeing that, and it's going to get worse, you know. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars in the people in the world, we're seeing both of those at the same time. Then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the day that were before thee, even from the beginning. See, that was prophecy. So that was a major part. That was a major sign. Right? And these things that happen back to back to back to back to back. Earthquakes, uproars, you know. For like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and end, and the end is manifest, right? Meaning what? To be made known, right? Verse 6. Even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings in and wonderful, powerful works, and endings in effects and signs. See? Lord speaking straight to us through Esdras, right, with this right here, man. It's plain. It's plain. We know where we at. We at the end. Just stay circumspect, stay wrapped up in the spirit, praying, praying without ceasing. Because the Lord is definitely cranking shit up. He's definitely visiting the earth. So Lord, when this lesson was edifying, I'm going to give our honor, glory, and praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Krakadas. Shalom.